So the first question we'd like to answer on this Nick and Kristen in the podcast is, what the heck happened?
Is that the name?
Yeah, that's what
In the podcast
Well,
podcast?
like, well, it's Nick and Kristen in the morning.
Yeah.
And now it's Nick and Kristen in the podcast.
Yeah,
know, but
okay.
I
That's
think
a work in progress, by the way.
We're working on it. But first of all, I'm sure everyone wants to know what happened, the story, and things like that. And
Yeah.
so there's not much we can tell you. Like, there's also not a lot to it. So first of all, thank you for watching and listening. And
Yeah.
we've had such good feedback on our Facebook, and it seems that you guys actually listen to the show.
I know.
Although sometimes it doesn't feel like it because we're in a box all by ourselves.
I know. It's hard.
Yeah.
So essentially, this is kind of what happened. This is like the very, very short, condensed version. We knew that budgets were coming up, and we also knew that our contract was coming up, and nobody was really talking to us about that. And so that's never like a great sign.
Yeah, we thought that maybe they're like, oh, well, that's an obvious thing that we don't have to worry about.
Right, we
when
can
that
just
comes,
lock Nick
yeah.
and Kristen in, and it'll be great. And then when that didn't happen, Nick and I kind of were like, oh no, we feel unsafe now.
Yeah.
And so we kind of lived in that sort of unsafe feeling for a couple of months. And in the meantime, like our corporate company was doing like focus groups on us and things like that. And everything was coming back like really glowing reviews.
Yeah.
It seemed like audiences really liked us. It seemed like the higher ups in the company really liked us. But for whatever reason, there wasn't like ever a decision made to continue with us.
Yeah.
And so again, we were like, this feels scary because everyone's saying that they like us and that they kind of want to use us going forward. But the powers that be essentially looked at how much we made and realized that they wanted to allocate that money somewhere else, and they thought maybe they could get a cheaper morning show, or I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
I
They
don't
just
know what
couldn't
the
afford
plan
us.
was.
Yeah, like they didn't no longer wanted to pay us.
Right. And so there was no like, hey, we'll take one of you. There was no, do you not want to take, do you want to take a smaller salary?
Yeah.
There was no discussions of that. But the hard part was we had kind of expressed to the higher ups at the company, like, hey, are we okay? Are we going to be all right? And the sentiment was Nick and Kristen and the Wolf, that's the plan.
Yeah.
And it's like, great. 3 days later, we got on a Zoom. And Nick was the first one on, and he saw a strange lady, and he was like, oh, no, are you from HR?
And she's like, yeah.
And so he messaged me because I was inside like a therapy session at the moment. He's like, you need to jump on. And so I jumped on, and I was like, oh, no. And sure enough, it was the last day on the air.
This is the first time we've ever been fired in radio.
Yeah.
I've been fired in like everything. I'm used to getting escorted out of buildings, but
Sure,
it's
yeah.
been 20 years because I've been in radio, and so I've never been fired in radio. And they always say like you're not officially in radio till you've been fired,
Right.
which says a lot about a business.
I
Like,
know,
if
like,
the main
horrible.
goal, if the main goal for you or the expectation is for you to be fired at some point,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, why am I doing this? But yeah, we first time, it's super weird.
It's super weird.
Yeah.
It was hard because immediately when you get fired in radio, there's a new show ready to go.
Sometimes,
and
yeah.
you realize, oh, they've been working on this behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And so we were like, who's going to be the new show? And the answer was, oh, we don't have a plan.
Yeah, as
There's
far as we
no
know, yeah.
plan for the morning show. Now I know that there is talks about doing something for morning so that it's not just music, but
I'm assuming, yeah.
now we're not like privy to those conversations, which is fine. We don't expect to be, obviously.
Yeah.
But it's so strange because obviously it's harder for us, I think, than other people because we're the married morning show. So when you let the show go, both people in the house lose their income.
Yeah.
And normally what happens is like a spouse loses their income and the other spouse is like, oh man, that's hard, but like I'm still working, it's okay.
Yeah.
And we went from like feast to famine. It was like, oh, we have a job and we have a paycheck coming two times a month to zero.
Yeah, thankfully, like since we are in radio,
Yeah.
We all knew that there had to be some other form of income coming
Yes.
in, just in case. Like, just perhaps you're never 100% safe in
No.
radio, as we found out recently. And so Kristen had been going to school for 3 years, and she recently became like a licensed marriage and family therapist.
Yeah.
And so, thankfully, she took that step, and has cushion the blow. It's still a huge blow.
It's still a huge blow,
Because
but like,
yeah, there wasn't a good income coming from that. Like you weren't working a lot.
no, I was
Yeah.
only working like part-time as a therapist because I didn't really need to. I was
Yeah.
just sort of doing it to kind of make sure that I had a plan B.
Yeah.
Because like you said, radio is super volatile. And I was like, all right, like we need to have something ready to go if in case the worst happens.
Yeah.
And here we are, the worst happens.
Yeah.
So I just let my office know, like, hey, I'm now available anytime.
Pretty much whenever you need.
It's like
yeah.
whenever you need somebody.
Yeah.
So I've increased my caseload like 2 times.
Yeah.
And so we'll be fine. That's not like an issue. But it's very strange, especially I think for you, Nick.
Yeah, so when we kind of got the inkling at the end of last year that possibly this could be happening.
Yeah.
The plan was to start a way to syndicate our morning show, like which means like basically putting our morning show on different stations throughout the country and staying location here.
Right.
And so we were working on that, and when we found out we were safe, I was like, "Oh, good! I've got a year to kind of build
it,
this.
yeah.
Like, over the next year, this is going to be our plan. This is going to be where we get going." And then now that's exactly what I have to do. I have some video stuff that I've done on the side. I do weird, like everything I do is like a gig work.
Yeah.
I DJ at the Pondo sometimes. I DJ for weddings, and it's all very like, whenever I feel like it. And now it's like, no, I need it now. But with weddings, they're planned a year in advance.
Right.
So I could book 20 weddings right now, but it wouldn't be until next year. And like, I need to have them now.
Yeah, I need 100% deposit.
Yes.
And then don't cancel because I won't have that money
No,
when
I
you cancel.
will not be able to get that back
So
down.
the timing on this couldn't have been better because, and I hate saying that, but like we got let go. And 2 weeks later, we were supposed to fly to Nashville.
Yeah.
And it's for this thing called the Country Radio Seminar. It's where the record labels and everybody in country radio get together and they do seminars. And Nick was teaching a workshop on AI. I was on a panel about like mental health and radio. And also we were getting our humanitarian award. Please show everyone, Nick, the humanitarian award. Yeah, so we both got this humanitarian award for the efforts for the Nick and Kristen medical debt payoff.
Yeah.
And so we thought this was going to be a victory lap. We were going to show up in Nashville and we were going to accept our award. We're going to be on all these panels and we're going to be like, man, like we really it showed our company how valuable we are.
Yeah.
So we obviously get laid off.
Yeah.
And we're already planning this trip. We already paid for the whole thing and everything. And so we go, and the whole time people kept coming up to us going, oh my gosh, we're so sorry about what happened. But man, you guys are a great show. You're good people. You'll be fine. And I'm like, yeah, okay. Do you have a job?
Yeah.
And everyone's like, no.
Yeah.
No, we don't have any jobs. Like, there's no jobs. What are you talking about?
There's less jobs in radio than ever before.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
But you guys will be fine.
Great.
And we're like,
yeah.
So that was the sentiment of the whole weekend was like, man, we cannot believe your company let you go. Like, you guys are quality talent. You're going to get picked up super fast.
Yeah.
Wish we had somewhere to put you.
I know. That's the problem. And so, yeah. But again, like you said, we networked, which we usually don't
I know.
do at these conventions. Like, we're very stay in the corner, standoffish.
We're
like, don't talk
introverts,
to anybody.
for sure.
Yeah. And so this time we had to like rev up every time we went into a room. Me and Kristen would be like, all right, you ready?
Woo!
We got to go.
Let's go.
We got to talk to this person. We got to like introduce ourselves. I was like, I don't want to introduce myself. She's like, we got to introduce ourselves. They're
Well-
never going to know us.
And like nobody does business cards.
Yeah.
So we bought 50 hand sanitizers because at these conventions you're meeting people and people are gross. And so I made stickers that says your next morning show has a picture of us and it says Nick and Kristen. And then on the back it says good, clean, fun, and then our website.
Yeah.
And then
Which you can go to our website.
And then we specified, by the way, this is hand sanitizer.
Yeah.
And so we passed that out to everybody. Everyone was like, man, great idea. You guys are wonderful.
Yeah.
Wish we had something for you. And that was just the sentiment this whole time.
Yeah.
And we've had a couple conversations with people since CRS where it's just like, hey, what do you want to do?
Yeah.
And we've told them, and they're like, great. We wish we had that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's a good time to not have a job and then go to the convention, but it's a terrible time to not have a job in radio. I know like 3 quality talents that are out of work right now, and so it's like,
know.
oh man, no morning shows that are packaged and ready to go.
Yes.
But definitely some individuals that are also good at this job. So
Yeah.
to say that I'm worried is an understatement. Like I have to find something to bring on some income. Kristen's working hard, but now that she's working so hard, we do have a daughter, and so it's hard. I've got to find a weird job that has a weird schedule that I can make work.
Well, the thing with morning radio, it was so great because you would get up super early, which always sucks, but then you were done earlier in the day. And so you could be there for the kiddo when they came home from school. And so it was great. Now that I've increased my cases, I really am unavailable on Mondays and Tuesday nights.
Yeah.
And so I need Nick to be the one that's like making dinner for Lily and picking her up on Tuesdays and taking her to karate. The other days, I'm fine.
Yeah.
But when Nick gets a job, it could be like a 9 to 5 weird adult person job.
I don't even know. But like, the last one I got, I was fired at. And and the 3 before that, I was also fired at. So it's like, I was built to just kind of do what I want to do and have fun and be goofy.
Yeah.
And I'm an adult now, so I can like take it in. I can
You can pull it together for a second
I can, like,
and not lose a job.
I think so. I don't know. I haven't had another job.
I sure hope so, because you got a kid and a wife now.
Before I was like, whatever, what am I going to do? I'm out $30 for the week because I made $4 an hour. But now it's like, oh no, I need to pay a bill. I'll suck it up and not do something dumb.
Exactly. So please don't get yourself fired. But yeah, it's been a very weird time. There's been a lot of like listless moments, like walking through the halls going, what are we supposed to be doing?
Yeah.
And then I've been working a lot more. And so that feels weird because then at the end of the day, I like come home exhausted from seeing like 8 clients in a row.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh. And then the interesting thing about therapy is like you don't get paid if your clients don't show up.
Yeah.
So before, when I would have like no shows or cancellations, I was like, oh, cool, I get to go home early. Yeah. Now I'm like, oh my gosh, no. Do you want to reschedule, please? I don't get paid if you don't show up.
It's true. It's a weird time.
It does feel like gig work for me, too.
Yeah, it does kind of. Yeah, like,
what am I supposed to do?
So my value is not in my job. However, I really enjoyed my job.
Yeah.
And it was a big chunk of us and who we are. And I started a cooking show on Facebook for like a week.
People love that.
I know. It was fun because I was like, I just need to talk to somebody. And so we've got this podcast that we're starting out.
Yeah.
Like and subscribe. I don't know. I hate doing that. But like, you'll get new episodes. We're going to try and do it Monday through Friday. We'll get a new episode every day. I'm going to post them at midnight so that when you wake up, you have a new episode to listen to wherever it is that you are. So I know a lot of people used to listen to us on the way to work, and that averages out to about 15 minutes. So we're going to average these out to about 15 minutes.
Yeah, so we can kind of keep you company on your ride to
work. And
like we used to.
I know. Yeah. So thank you for all the support. Thank you for all the nice words, all the kind things that people have said. It's really nice to know that people care.
I know.
You know, and if you haven't followed us on Facebook or Instagram, be sure to do that because that's pretty much where we're going to be posting everything now. Before, our focus was on the radio stations, like social media accounts.
Right.
And now, like, we have to shift that focus in here. If you noticed, if you're watching this on YouTube, we don't have a background anymore. I had to rip it down.
Yeah.
And so, like, these plain blue walls are throwing me off. And we can't afford to buy a new banner.
I know. Oh,
so this is it.
That's the last thing we're worried about at the moment.
Yeah.
So, but thank you so much. If you've stayed this long, you're a gem. And tomorrow you'll have another weird conversation between us.
Nick and Kristen in the podcast.